Good morning, everyone. All protocols observed. My name is Dr. Lucas Nyabero. I'm a husband and a father of 3, and it's always a privilege and an honor to serve you as a fellow pharmacist. So, when I got here, like usual, I had prepared a speech, words to say, inspiring things to say or share. But that all went out of the window yesterday after the conversations we had. There are a few things that came up that I must admit I had not thought of. And there are some few things that came up that I've thought about and we've been working on. All in all, what I want to say is, I hear you. I have heard you. And we will implement. PSK has a potential, a tremendous potential. We are the pharmacist society. We are the professional organization for pharmacists. That carries a lot of weight. I can't fathom a reason why anything pharmaceutical can be done in this country without us, without pharmacists, without PSK being involved. You and I know that a lot has happened that we have not been consulted on and still has affected us tremendously. It's affected how we practice. It's affected the tools of our practice. It's affected how we interact with our patients and fellow healthcare workers. A lot of these things have been done without our consultation, and sometimes you just find things are just going on. A good example is in 2019, we sent a bill that was supposed to replace to be a model bill for the KFDA. And when the new one came, the difference was food is not included. And our contributions were not in the final product that came out. Neither was even, the consideration for what we had said. So, what's going to change? We have a few things that we have to do. First of all, before going there actually, we have in the past engaged several partners to make sure that we actually make that step. How do we have the tools that will give confidence to anybody who comes into town, anybody who wants to do pharmacy stuff? How do they have confidence in what we offer? So to that end, we've engaged several partners to make sure that we can get the data and information that we need to make sure that when you come to us, when you come to get our input, it is solid. So we've talked to Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, we've talked to VIA, we've talked to the Clinton Initiative, we've talked to the local insurers, people who deal with healthcare. And we have a few things here that we've seen that we can take part. And when we go down to what the issues that came out yesterday, we have 100 days, or rather I came up with something that we'll discuss with the NEC about the 100 days that we got to do. One, there was a clear communication issue. We will strengthen the branches, and I don't know whether I should say I promise, but I will, in the next 100 days, we will visit at least 4 branches, for sure, to get to understand what's going on in the branches and to share with them. We will have a bi-weekly newsletter, and the newsletter that we'll send out will have the various items we've talked about. What projects are we doing? What is the lobbying? What are we doing in lobbying? What are we doing in terms of opportunities and creating opportunities? What are we doing in terms of listening and giving reports on some of these things that we're doing? We will, at least I will, this is mine now, this is personal here, have 4 pharmacists, young pharmacists that I will mentor personally. We will develop a system to where you can evaluate what pharmacists, the value of pharmacists in the healthcare system, so that when you go talk to the people who actually hire pharmacists, understand what your economic value is. We'll also understand, we'll also provide a clear list, also it's going to be on the newsletter, about the opportunities available for pharmacists. All this is, in a way, in a small way, trying to respond to some of the issues that came out yesterday. Our profession is at an inflection point. There's a lot of things that are happening. There's a lot of things that could happen, but we are at a point where we can actually control what happens. The pharmacy practitioners bill is one of those ways, one of the first steps that we can take to make sure that we are in control of our profession. And please, I do ask at this moment that anybody, when we reach out to you, please support us. If, for example, today I just said, the people who are sitting here, let's send in about 1,000 shillings, which is less than one of the drinks you had last night. I say, okay, assume today you'll have 2 drinks instead of 4, and the money for the 2 drinks you send to us towards the bill, we will raise a surmountable amount. We'll raise an amount that we can start with. So please support us, because if you support us, the stronger the PSK is, the stronger that we'll be able to perform as a society. It is an honor to serve you as a CEO, and I listen. I've heard you. I am a pharmacist believer. Are you? Ask yourself every day when you go to bed, what did I do today to make pharmacy better? What are the things, what are the steps you took today to make pharmacists better, or pharmacy as an organization? Thank you so much for everything. It is such a pleasure to have you here, and thank you for making our conference success it has been. Thank you again.